Friday night softball in Tallahassee, and we say welcome to Joanne Graff Field. It's a series opener between the California Golden Bears and the 10th-ranked Florida State Seminoles and their star, Isa Torres. Game 1 of 3, and we say welcome. Welcome upstairs at the booth with the NFCA Hall of Famer Carol Bruggeman, Kevin Fitzgerald with you. So these Seminoles, Carol, they have thrived. They're 25-4 to start the season. They won the ACC a year ago. They're projected as the favorites to win the league again once more this season. And they are a well-rounded group with a really explosive offense.
Florida State is a complete team, one of the best teams in the country, but one player has set the standard for the Seminoles, and Isa Torres, their leadoff hitter, is having a phenomenal season. Quite frankly, no one can get her out. She has a unique combination of speed and power, extra base hits to all fields, and the ability to bunt and slap at will. You are in for a treat tonight because Isa Torres is chasing history. Take a look at these current numbers. 11 hits in her last 11 at-bats. That's just too shy of the all-time Division I record.
Just astounding, eye-popping numbers. The batting average is well over 630 games into the season. So she is must-watch softball. Meanwhile, on the other side, these Cal Bears, they're 10-19 overall. They won a game in that series last week against UNC. This is their first-year head coach, Steve Singleton, who was hired in August. It's a new era, almost an entirely new roster for this Cal squad. And as each game and as each week unfolds, it seems as if Singleton and his team, they're getting a little better and better. Here is his lineup card today.
They're a lot better in March than they were in February, and you see that a lot with teams when it's a whole new lineup, whole new roster. Credit to head coach Steve Singleton for really diving in and showing great player development in a very short period of time.
No doubt about it. We think this group will get better and better as the season unfolds. Today, though, that lineup faces Florida State's most effective and dependable arm. That's the all-conference first-teamer from a year ago, Jazzy Francic.
Yeah, she, on a pitch-by-committee team, she has by far pitched the most innings, comes in with 64 innings pitched, high number of strikeouts. She has a lot of movement on the ball, which makes her tough to beat.
The sophomore from Rockledge, Florida, ready to get this series going. That first pitch, a little high and away to Kayla Lee. And so we're underway. Three-game series begins today between these two.
Well, Jazzy Francic, what you're going to see is a drop ball, curveball combination. She throws 3 speeds, which makes her very difficult to time up, and has really worked on an up pitch, known a little bit more throughout her early career as down in the zone, drop curve. Now she can also work up in the zone, and with the amount of spin she has on the ball, that leads to a lot of swings and misses, a lot of strikeouts.
Yeah, she was so terrific a season ago as a rookie, and she continues to raise the bar. Staff has raved about what she has done at this point in the season. It's Lee, Robinson, and Ray at the top of this California order. Kayla Lee is the sophomore from Fairfield, California, hitting above 300 to this point in the year. That's in there for a strike.
Well, Kayla Lee is a real short game specialist. You've seen her show bunt. This entire field for Florida State, they've all come in, they've all shortened the field. Why? Lee does not have an extra base hit on the season, so they're just shortening the field, trying to take away those little blue pits between the infield, outfield.
That's in there for a called third strike. And Francic gets Lee looking to get this one started.
Exactly what you want from your starting pitcher, filling up the strike zone, setting the tone early for Florida State.
You know, she's top 10 in the ACC in just about everything to this point. This is Gator Robinson. If there was a more perfect nickname for the setting, by the way. Gator comes to visit Florida. Robinson, no doubt their most effective bat in the order. That's the junior from Modesto, California. got a favorable count here, 2-0.
Robinson's been the most consistent hitter in this Cal lineup. Hits for power, hits for average. That's why she's in the 2 spot in the lineup. Typically you see the best, most productive hitters in that spot in the lineup.
Out ahead of that one. Counts 2 balls and a strike. And Robinson had normally been in the 3 hole, so Singleton moves her and several others up in the order. So, by the way, our home plate umpire is Alex Leap. Anthony Small is over at first. Brad Newton is our third base umpire. And that is Lonnie Alameda, the longtime successful head coach at Florida State. Just having a quick conversation with Leap. And so she gives the point to the dugout. The opposing dugout there.
That's conversation about the lineup card. I'm pulling up the original lineup card that you and I were sent. Kevin, not really sure. Looks like more of an editorial change. You know, we're not getting anything up here in the booth, so.
Looks like everybody's checked their work. Homework was turned in properly. I think we're good to go. And so this at-bat continues. 2-1 on the way to Robinson. Maybe playable for Jason E. Beecham. And there's 2 quick outs in this first inning.
Now batting number 25, Maddie Ray.
Nice start for Francic, who has retired the first 2 hitters. And paints the inside corner to Maddie Ray. The junior from Clovis, California, one of the many first-year Bears. They've got 15 of them, 15 newcomers on the roster this year. It was a Bears program that went to the NCAA tournament a year ago, and the last 3, matter of fact. Ray with a 2-out single the other way. So Cal has a base runner here in the first.
Now batting number 7.
Could not have asked, by the way, for better weather on this Friday night. Temperatures in the mid-70s. The sun's been out all day. So really fine weather in Tallahassee this weekend for this 3-game set. Carly Raven hits 4th today. So Francic getting the start today in this opener. Last week was very good in that series win against Syracuse. She pitched 7 total innings, gave up just 1 unearned run. That was it. And that was a tidy sweep of the Orange last weekend, where the offense exploded for 36 runs as well. That 2-0 misses outside.
You can't say enough about this Florida State team. I mean, top 10 in the country, and that's nothing new for softball fans out there and softball, the softball community. But what's different about this team is they have a lot of freshmen who are contributing early, yet, as they say, tradition never graduates, and they find themselves still in the top 10 in the country.
Most of them have performed really well. 9 of them, 9 freshmen. So 9 seniors graduated off of last year's ACC championship team. And Alameda and the staff bring in 9 freshmen. Runner is on the go, no throw down. So Ray is at second, but now Francic has worked it back to a full count here against Raven.
Now Hind a little caught off guard on that stolen base. Typically Florida State's going to challenge.
Payoff pitch coming, and that's a little tight. So Raven works the walk, and Cal has got a couple of runners on. Anya German to hit next. So here's Cal. It's their 3rd ACC series. of the year already. They opened things up against Duke a couple of weeks ago, got swept in that series, and then showed a lot of encouraging signs last week in that series against UNC, wound up winning a game. German gets jammed, and so Francic does post a scoreless top half for the first. Florida State to hit when we return, and one of the best shows in the game right now, Issa Torres leads things off, has hit safely in 11 straight at-bats. This is Lonnie Alameda's lineup card before the Seminoles hit in the bottom half of the first inning. There is the supernova of the sport right now. Issa Torres leads things off. Jason E. Beecham, who had a great series last week against Syracuse, hit second. But this All-American at the top of Florida State's lineup has been absolutely dialed in the last couple of weeks.
I mean, the numbers, when you look at these numbers, 24 for her last 27. Yes, 24 for her last 27. She has reached base safely 18 of her last plate appearances consecutively. I mean, the numbers she's chasing, these are historical, Kevin. They're not just season best. They're the history of softball best.
She faces Kiki Mashhood. That's the sophomore from Northridge, California. Gets the start today. And catches the outside corner to start this at-bat to the junior from Georgetown, Texas. 18 consecutive plate appearances, reaching base. And you see she is just shy of, she's climbing up that list. You see the Division I record set by that Campbell player back in 2017. 26 straight plate appearances is the D1 record. And so that puts into context just what an astounding of a stretch this has been for Torres. We talked to Alameda about it. She says it's just like a no-hitter's going, folks. I'm not saying a word, not commenting. We were joking with her about that. 1-2 pitch on the way, and the junior tops that one to the left side. You know, it was going to have to be a very quick field and throw over across the diamond. You would think that one would just be a straight hit there. That was off of Ray's glove.
Well, Torres does not get a good piece of this ball. She's protecting the plate with 2 strikes, rolls over the ball, but does get that high hop. And that allows her to head over to first base. The ball was not played cleanly. Take a look at what the official score rules this as, Kevin.
A lot of pressure on his shoulders right now. And so that first pitch to Beecham is in there. So it is ultimately ruled a base hit for Torres. I will say this, that would have needed to be transferred over to the bare hand extremely quick to get the very fast Torres. And so it indeed is 12 straight at-bats, 12 straight hits. Jason Beecham in the 2-hole. That is the junior from Tallahassee, now a 3-year starter. Did ultimately check that swing. I mean, this top of the order for Florida State, it's got a lot of muscle. Torres, Beecham, Ruggiero, Harp, all of the returners at the top of the order. And that is a 4-pitch walk. Florida State has got the first 2 on. So if you're Mashhood, how do you attack this lineup today? What do you expect from the sophomore?
Well, you have to eliminate the free passes. She does give one up to Beecham there. But Mashhood has been very competitive as of late. You're going to see her throw in the lower 60s. She does work all 4 quadrants, but that off-speed pitch, it is effective when it is on, and she is going to need it today to disrupt the timing of the Florida State hitters.
Ruggiero takes that one low. This is Bella Ruggiero in right field today. She's had a great start to the season, hitting better than 350. For Mashhood, she's facing a top 15 offense in the nation. It's on the inside edge. In just about every category, batting average, slug, OPS.
They just keep coming at you
Yeah.
up and down the lineup, Kevin. It's not like the top 4 hitters and then you can relax a little bit. I mean, Florida State has a deep bench as well, as the check swing is called on Ruggiero. But this is a team that can mix and match lineups. You're going to see Coach Alameda use her lineup very effectively. She'll make defensive substitutions late in the game, base running, pinch hitting. The pitchers can hit, quite a few of them.
Ruggiero lifts that one to center, so that's the first out. Torres stays put at second base. So a good sequence there for Mashhood. Kennedy Harp, the cleanup hitter, about to hit next. So you see that record, 25-4 start for the Seminoles. They beat a team like UCLA down in Clearwater. They got some other key wins against some really strong mid-major programs, as they are year in and year out, challenged in the non-conference. First pitch misses away to Harp.
Well, and the 4 losses, you see 25-4. They already have 25 wins on the year, but the 4 losses are against teams that are currently all in the top 6 in the country. So, and those were, you know, all very competitive games. But this is a Florida State team that embraces the challenge. You know, every coach out there in the country that has a team like Florida State, their goal is to play at home late in the season, host regionals, host super regionals, and Coach Alameda doing her best to schedule to put her team success.
Harp rolls that one over to third. Savvy play from Ray, so she eliminates the lead base runner. And so still 2 on, but 2 out for Mashhood. She's trying to throw a scoreless inning to begin this ball game.
Well, just a good heads-up play here by Ray, knowing the situation, runs back and uses her right foot. So if she was going to go back to first, there's no wasted motion, but Kennedy Harp has too much speed to be doubled off.
So here's the 2-way star, Ashton Danley. In the 5-hole today, so she is out in left field. And she has been on the field for almost every pitch this season. She does it in the circle, as she has historically. This year, actually leads the team in at-bats. She's been a fixture in the lineup this season for Florida State.
Yeah, throughout her career, known more in the circle as a pitcher, did hit from time to time, but came back from the summer and said, I really want to be a 2-way player. I want to play in the outfield. I want to hit every day. I want to be in the circle, and she has embraced what that has taken.
Drills this one to left center. It is run down by counts. It's a scoreless first inning for Mashhood. Gave up the hit and the walk, but it's a scoreless frame. We're done with 1 at Tallahassee. It's a new era of softball for these Cal Golden Bears after Chelsea Spencer, the 5-year head coach, resigned in June of last year. Steve Singleton was hired in August, and so he had to assemble a roster very quickly. 15 newcomers, including 10 signed out of the portal. This Cal team this year is going to be unlike any other because due to the home field renovations, they are going to play almost every game away from home. And to start this ACC schedule, they have played 2 quality teams in Duke and North Carolina. But Steve Singleton mentioned to us he was very encouraged by a number of things last week in that UNC series. They wound up winning a game, and Carol, it feels like week after week, even day by day, he's starting to see a little more consistency and more encouraging signs.
Yeah, this is a team, we mentioned it earlier, they're better in March than they were in February, and they're going to be better in April than they were in March. And in fact, I think they're going to be better Sunday than they are Friday. And that's just a lot about Steve Singleton's leadership, his belief in this team, the player development piece. And this is a very proud Cal program. This is a program that has been to many, many NCAA championships. They've made 12 World Series appearances. I mean, this is a program that has a lot of pride. They won the 2002 National Championship, and you know, with the academics at Cal, building a new facility. I mean, this is a program certainly that has a lot to say about some success in the future.
So after Kendall Todd got hit by that pitch, they're going to try to bunt her over. Everett is retired at first. Nicely done. So you've got a runner in scoring position for Kaylee Counts. That's the 8-hitter.
Well, Everett does her job. Watch this barrel. It's in front of the plate. She stays in the box even though she gets a running start, and that is textbook. Barrel in front of the plate. The ball is angled down in the dirt. Force the defense to move to make a play to get you out. Get the runner in scoring position.
Really well done. So now Jazzy Francic in her second inning of work faces Kaylee Counts. Slaps that one foul to begin the at-bat. So Counts in the 8-hole today. Second-year Bear, one of the few on this roster. She has started, played in all 29 games this year. Takes that one away. You know, and going back to the point about assembling this roster, this new era of Cal softball, for Steve Singleton, Oakland native, spent the last 6 years on Mike White's staff at Texas, was on that national championship winning staff a year ago. I think we'd both say this feels like a home run for the program, considering the circumstances.
Oh, 100%. I mean, Steve Singleton knows how to win.
Yep.
And winners win. So just needs a little more time to develop and then recruit and develop. And there's not much more Cal needs than Steve Singleton at the top, a new facility that they'll be playing in 2027. And by the way, it's one of the best academic institutions in the world.
Oh, by the way. 2-2 coming to Counts. And so the count does go full.
I've been impressed with Cal so far tonight. They are making Francic throw the ball over the plate. It sounds simple, but she is not missing by much, but they are being disciplined and not swinging at those pitchers' pitches that are moving through the zone, outside of the zone.
Oh, wow, that's a nasty one right there. Her second strikeout, 2 gone.
When you have a pitcher who can throw an off-speed pitch on any count, you're going to have a lot of success. And Francic takes a little bit off this pitch. It's running up and away, so it's breaking in 2 planes. Very difficult pitch to hit. The swing and the miss for the strikeout.
This is the 9-hitter, Emma Jackson. That one misses outside. Jackson from San Jose, came over from Boston College in the offseason. Lines that one right to Torres, and that retires the side. So it's 2 scoreless frames for Francic. Florida State hits next. The reigning ACC champs, 25-4 to this point. How'd they get here? You go back to the offseason, not a single transfers away from the program or in, and you can see one of two power conference programs to claim that, no transfers on the roster. They've only lost 4 games, but all the currently top 6 rated teams, they played a very challenging slate. And since that loss to Alabama a few weeks back, they have won 14 straight, rolling into their ACC slate. Issa Torres, their stud at the top of the order, did miss a number of games on the heels of that concussion that she suffered against Alabama last month, but she is rolling at the plate since her return, in addition to mostly everybody else. Anna Hind leads things off. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Seminoles in the bottom half of the second inning. That one's popped up and maybe playable for Ray. Here comes the shortstop. Robinson reached over but could not make the catch. That one fell into Cal's dugout. Hind, one of the many freshmen that are going to be relied upon this year. So 9 seniors graduated off last year's roster, 9 freshmen in. Hind has been rock solid, lifts this one, deep right field, got some carry to it. Everett's underneath it, ultimately at the wall, so there's 1 out in this second frame.
Now batting number 9, Shelby McKenzie.
And so Shelby McKenzie bats next. Carol, it's just a testament to the standard here. They've got standard of excellence at Florida State, regardless of how the roster and the personnel shake out from offseason to offseason. You know, there is a standard and a culture here that defines year after year for Alameda in this program.
Yeah, if you were to define Florida State softball, that's one of the first words you'd use is the culture of this program. They just reload every year with talent, and when that talent comes in, there's a standard of how we're going to play the game, how we're going to treat each other, how we're going to embrace the players that came before in this program. Had a huge alumni weekend last weekend, retired Lacey Waldrop's number, and the amount of people that come back, the players, the parents, the families. I mean, it truly is a family here at Florida State.
And that is something that Alameda was really glowing about when you brought that up to her. Just that alumni weekend gets bigger and bigger each year, it feels like. 2-1 pitch on the way from Mashhood. And that's slapped foul right down into the dirt.
Everybody clap your hands.
So they open up league play with the sweep of Syracuse last weekend, where they scored 36 runs, a couple of run rule victories. McKenzie lines it right over to Robinson, and there's 2 gone. Marin Heller, another rookie, bats next.
Now batting number 21, Marin
18
Heller.
years now as the boss. You mentioned the national championship in 2018. She's won more than 82% of her ACC games, which is just astounding. Led Florida State to another ACC title last year. And at least externally, that's the expectation again this year. If they wind up at the top of that preseason coaches poll, expected to defend that title, perhaps.
Well, and I think what's so impressive is they're one of only 4 programs to host regionals the last 11 years. It is difficult to make a regional,
Yeah.
Kevin, just to either win your conference tournament to get the automatic bid or have a quality of season that gets you that selection, and then to be in the top 16 year in and year out, 11 years in a row to host just says a lot about the postseason success and the consistency of this program. If you're playing in the ACC, they definitely are the standard and the team to catch and the team to beat.
So Marin Heller, the freshman from West Des Moines, Iowa, has got a 3-0 pitch on the way here. That time Mashhood finds the zone. And the respect that Alameda has from her coaching peers, everyone in the game, is off the charts. That one's looping into shallow center. In comes Counts. It's off the mitt. Heller taking off for second. It's a 2-out double for Florida State. Counts broke back, and that cost her that first step.
Well, Florida State is third in the country in doubles. This is why their power and a poor route taken from Counts went backwards, took a little banana route to get to the ball. That ball certainly could have been caught, but kudos to Marin Heller for putting the ball in play hard and hustling it out to get to second base.
So Haley Griggs is back at first base. She's the 9-hitter tonight, takes that for a strike. So Florida State has got a runner in scoring position for another inning. Stranded a couple of runners on in the first. Mashhood trying to make it back-to-back scoreless frames to start. That would feel real good for the sophomore from Northridge, California. She pitched in all 3 games last week in that UNC series. Did some good things.
And it's very clear that Cal and Mashhood have a game plan against these right-handed hitters with a lot of power. We just mentioned a lot of doubles power, home run power. She's really working the outer half of the plate, forcing Florida State to go with the pitch. She's also having a tough time staying ahead in the count, working that side of the plate.
That's jammed foul down the line. So Mashhood's a strike away now from stranding another runner in scoring position. Mashhood with the opportunity this year to take a step forward, take on a greater responsibility. Just the 5 appearances last year in her freshman season. 2-2. That's lined out to right. Everett lost it, maybe in the sun. Heller comes in to score. Griggs is flying a third. And Florida State is on the board.
Well, the sun is very difficult here at Joanne Graff Field, and you get a good look at it there. The freshman, Everett, does not get her glove up in time. I mean, she's got a visor on, she's got the sunglasses on, but sometimes that ball is hit right in the sun. You gotta get your glove up, do anything you can to either make the catch or keep the ball in front.
So here's the All-American Torres, who singled her first at-bat. So in her last 12 at-bats, 12 for 12. These are the only 4 Division I players that have secured 13 consecutive hits in 13 ABs. That's what Torres is trying to do right here, tie a Division I record.
I mean, she's going for history, plain and simple. It's absolutely ridiculous what she's been able to do at the plate over her last 28 at-bats, now 25 for 28.
Swings, rips it. This one's off the wall. Another hit. It brings in a run. And she just tied Division I history in style. What a stretch for this junior from Texas, who continues to rake at the plate.
I mean, do you believe it? How solid is Isa Torres? She can use her short game, but with a runner at third, less than 2 outs, she says, nope, standing up, driving from the backside, shows you her power. Another double for Florida State. More importantly for Torres, 13 consecutive hits and Division I history.
It's incredible. Again, now has tied the record for most consecutive hits. 13 hits, her last 13 at-bats. We talked to Lonnie the other day. She goes, this feels like a no-hitter, no comment. And it doesn't matter because her stud leadoff hitter, 2 at-bats today, 2 hits.
Well, she may not want to talk about it, but it's a lot of fun for us to talk about it, Kevin, because you just do not see an athlete like this every day who goes on this type of hitting streak. She absolutely loves to hit, and it shows.
We showed you the rare company, which puts into context this stretch. This is Beecham who fouls that one away. You've coached a lot of softball. How often have you seen anything half of what this stretch? This is really rare what she's doing.
It's extremely rare. When you have a player who is a national player of the week, and I have been fortunate enough to coach a few of them, it's a week. It's a week where they just seem to not miss, and she shows you her base running prowess there. That's just recognizing ball in the dirt, paying attention, taking the extra base. But, you know, they'll go on a streak for a few games or maybe 4 or 5 games in a row. But what Torres has done in 26 for her last 29, it's unheard of.
That's, over 9 games. It really is just wild to think about it. You know, it's impressive enough when a player records a hit in 26 of 29 games. This is 26 of her last 29 at the plate. 2-1 to Beecham. Florida State's trying to bring in another run. They have scored twice here against Mashhood with the 2 outs. Beecham, the former all-conference selection and a program veteran. 3-year starter, has been a staple in this order. Waits, swings and drills it. She's got some carry near the wall, and it's caught by Everett for the final out. Florida State gets 2, and Torres with Division I tying history today with her 13th straight hit in 13 at-bats. Issa Torres, the All-American. She's been the supernova of the sport the last couple of weeks. This was the little bouncer to the left side of the diamond. Her first at-bat, it was ruled a hit. And then with a runner on, she doubles, brings in a run, and in the process, ties a Division I record in style. It's now 13 consecutive hits for the junior from Texas in her last 13 at-bats. So she now ties 4 others for the Division I mark. This is astounding stuff what she has done the last few weeks at the plate.
Yeah, we're truly watching history, and this is a big one because it shows consistency, it shows performing under pressure, and she, in her next at-bat, could be the only one on that list by herself at the top.
Carol, the drama continues. Stick around for the following one, the following at-bat. So Kayla Lee at the top of the order here for Cal. And the visiting third, Jazzy Francic, back in the circle. She struck out 2, has allowed just the 1 hit. Only 3 have reached against her one time through the order. Little pressure on our official scorer there in the first inning. and we talked about it, of course, all kidding aside. We talked about it in that moment. it felt as if even a clean field at third and a perfect throw was going to be really a stretch to get her. Beecham right on top of that one. So Lee tried to slap it. There's one gone.
Well, how about these reactions from Jason E. Beecham? Kayla Lee, a slapper. She's using the ground. Look how close Beecham is. There's no wasted motion in her glove. It goes from the ready position, open for that ground ball. Look how quick she gets it up to the ball and then gets rid of it as well, throwing out the Speedy Lee by a couple steps.
Gator Robinson offered at that one, so the count's 0-1. You know, lost in all this is just another good start for Francic. So the 2 innings and a third today, so it's now 4 straight appearances where she is not allowed an earned run. And the off speed gets Robinson flailing that time. Counts 0-2.
I just like the tempo that Francic works. She fills up the strike zone, so she keeps her defense on their toes behind her. She uses all of her pitches, so she's commanding all 4 parts of the zone.
0-2, that's a little low.
But she's had a lot of leverage counts for her as a pitcher, pitching a lot in 0-2, 1-2, and you just really can open up your repertoire when you do that and move the ball through the zone, but stretch it off the plate a little bit. Got to get those swings and misses.
It was Francic and Danley. Those were the 2 top arms last year that that helped win the league. They both come back. So Francic, who turned in this really fine all-conference freshman season, is aiming to raise the bar in year 2. Good job of Robinson letting that one go. But so far to this point, she's got a team best 1.75 ERA entering this weekend. Top 10 of the ACC in just about every category. There it comes. Wave and a miss, strike 3. It's her 3rd punch out.
Well, what a great pitch from Francic. Any power hitter knows when you can tuck a pitch low and inside to a power hitter, not only is it difficult to get your barrel on the pitch, keep your hands inside, that ball is dropping off the table. What a pitch with 2 strikes from Francic.
That was filthy stuff. So she's now retired 5 in a row. She's almost through 3 innings. Again, just the 1 hit recorded off of her, and it was Maddie Ray, who's back in the box, who singled with 2 outs in the first. And Ray taps that one slowly over to Heller. So it's a 1-2-3 inning first of the evening here for Francic. 3 scoreless, and her team goes back to work when we return, and then we'll talk to the boss, Steve Singleton, on the other side. Stick around. here in Tallahassee. It's 2-0 Florida State, and for the first time we say hello to the first-year head coach, the Oakland native, Steve Singleton. Coach, thanks for putting the headset on and doing this. You start another ACC series this week against Florida State. Last week you mentioned a lot of encouraging signs in that series against UNC. How would you describe the progress of this team the last few weeks?
It's been great. It's been measurable. You know, we've been really competitive in all of our series and all of our games. Found a way to beat a really good North Carolina team, and you know, hoping to stay competitive in this one today.
Well, Coach, a lot of base runners early, but can't come up with that key hit. What adjustment would you like your team to see against Frantic?
Yeah, I mean, she's throwing the ball really well. She has elite stuff. You know, I think we have to sell out to go on the other way with some stuff, and we're a little bit ahead underneath some of her better movement pitches. And I think if we commit to that a little better, we'll break through here, but I do like the pressure we're putting on early.
Coach, appreciate you doing this. Good luck this weekend.
Hey, thank you. Go Bears.
The Oakland native, as we mentioned before, previously the associate head coach at Texas. The last 6 years was on that staff, that national championship winning staff a season ago. He was a really successful middle infielder, played at San Diego collegiately, was in the Twins organization for a little more than a half-decade before he transitioned to this coaching career. First pitch swinging, Bella Ruggiero. Grounds that one hard foul, so it's 3-4-5 due up for Florida State against Mashhood. And so for a pitcher like Mashhood, when you face a really explosive offense, here we go, second time through the order. Florida State got the 2 runs in the bottom of the second. And it's the heart of the order to face the sophomore from Northridge in the third.
And I like what Mashhood is doing. She's really mixing in her off-speed a little bit more this second time through the lineup. I mean, no one in the country can get Isa Torres out right now, so she's not alone in that area. But Florida State has really timed up her velocity pitches. You're seeing some hard foul balls. You're seeing some deep fly ball outs to the wall, and you've got to be able to mix in that off-speed pitch, not allow Florida State to be on time with every pitch.
It's an entirely new pitching staff for Cal this year, just like much of the roster. A 1-2 is chopped hard to the right side. Jackson handles that easily. So the first out recorded in the third. Kennedy Harp to bat next. You know, it's a step forward this year for Mashhood into a larger role. Just the 5 appearances, logged only 5 2/3 innings last season. And there were a lot of veterans in that circle. A year ago, it was Anna Reimers, Miranda DeNava, Annabelle Tepperson. And, you know, as is oftentimes the case, you know, these days, Chelsea Spencer moved on in June. A lot of players, a lot of veterans decided to transfer away. So when Singleton and the staff came into the picture in August, they had to put that roster together very quickly.
Yeah, this was a Cal team that went to the NCAA regionals a year ago and was playing in the ACC tournament. And as you see in this day and age, when there is a coaching change with that freedom to move around a little bit and players coming and going a little more often than, you know, really the whole country's used to, so to speak. Steve Singleton had a big task, and he had a big task in August.
Yep.
And that's what makes it even tougher. You know, it doesn't, because you don't inherit a team anymore. You have to create a team and create a roster.
2-1 to Harp is ripped up the middle. So Kennedy Harp, the center fielder, who's back, getting healthier and healthier as each week passes, has got a base hit with 1 out in the third.
Now batting number 11.
Well, having Kennedy Harp back in the lineup, you know, had a season-ending injury a year ago toward the end of the season. I mean, one of the most decorated players in NFCA All-American a year ago. And to have her back consistently, her speed, her power.
Bouncer back over to the right side, a little wide throw, and the throw was late. So Ashton Danley uses the wheels. Nothing is a given, and she beats out that throw.
Well, the defense has been an Achilles heel for Cal. This looks like a routine play. Emma Jackson feels the ball too close to her chest. She cannot get it out of her glove. Credit to Danley for hustling out this play. And this has been a problem for Cal. We've struggled all season long on the defensive end.
Anna Hind, first pitch swinging. And the question is Harp going to tag? Here comes the throw to third. It's on target, safe. And so both runners advance. Really close play at third. There are two gone, but both are in scoring position now for Shelby McKenzie.
Well, anytime Florida State has the chance to go an extra 60 feet, you know they are going to take it. They are going to force the defense to make a play. And Everett got rid of that ball very quickly, and the throw was on line, but it was an even better steal from, slide from Kennedy Harp going around the tag.
That throw is right. It was just a little bit down that third baseline. If it was on the money, that would have been a very close play. This is an opportunity for Shelby McKenzie, the sophomore from Pace, Florida, to bring in a couple of more runs. Florida State got 2 in the home second.
I just don't think Florida State's base running gets enough credit. We look at the offensive numbers, top 15 in the country in every category. Defensive numbers, same thing, top 10. But it is their base running that allows them to be in the top 10 in scoring. That last play was a good example. A lot of teams would have stayed at first and second, but not Florida State. They're going to press the issue. And it's the trail runner, Danley, that gets to second base. Even more impressive. Once that throw went all the way to third, as a trail runner, she gets into scoring position. And now they have the opportunity, with 2 runners into scoring position, to build on that lead.
3-0 is in there for a strike. You mentioned it before. It's not just the explosive offense. It's just how well-rounded this team is. (3-1). Swing, that one is driven deep out to center. Goodbye! Shelby McKenzie goes yard. Her 6th of the season, and it's 5-0.
Well, McKenzie gets a pitch down. The pitch is down, but it's over the plate, and she is on time, on plane. She's able to elevate the ball. Anytime you see a ball hit directly back to center field with that good backspin, line drive backspin, it's elevated, you know they are on time. What a big swing from Shelby McKenzie. 2 outs again, no problem here for this team, Kevin. 3 runs this time as they extend their lead to 5.
It's a 3rd straight game for McKenzie with a homer. Most of the balls put into play off of the Florida State bats, the outs, they've largely been air outs. And so ultimately a big one was coming. Marin Heller, she hits with nobody on, so Mashhood stays in the circle. And gets Heller chasing that one. Strike 1. Yeah, that's impressive right there, as you underscored it a moment ago. All 5 runs scoring with 2 outs. Now Heller was the one that doubled to start that 2-out rally in the 2nd inning. Ultimately scored on Haley Griggs' triple. Heller is someone, as is a lot of the freshmen, that Alameda and the staff, they rave about. And I think Florida State, it seemed like they needed somebody to really go after that starting second base position. Of course, you got Torres at short. No issues on the left side of the diamond with Beecham at third. And Heller, a rookie who's got that edge. He's got that competitive spirit. Won that battle and has played a really fine second base this year. So that's the final out. but not before Shelby McKenzie goes yard to put the home team up 5-0 in Tallahassee. Tonight in Tallahassee, it is Paint the Park Pink Night for breast cancer awareness. And tonight, Florida State wearing special uniforms that they are going to auction off after this game. Proceeds benefiting the Walker Breast Program at Tallahassee Memorial Hospital. And Carol, as you know, this particularly hits home this week. And here in Tallahassee, Lonnie Alameda, who was diagnosed with breast cancer last March, continues to head in the right direction. And so you know how special perhaps a night like this is for folks all around Tallahassee, specifically with Lonnie as well. We, of course, continue to wish her the best. And she's the first to say it. Things are really going in a good direction right now, which is just beautiful news.
So happy for her. And I mean, she just became the country's hero in a very public fight against breast cancer last season. And just what she was able to do, took her treatments, you know, on Monday and Tuesday so she could be able to coach on the weekend. I mean, just the role model she always has been, but especially during such an adverse time and a personal situation for her. Just so happy for her. She is making great progress, and you're absolutely right. This night, very meaningful for her. We had a little sign up here, and I wrote her name on that for sure. She is definitely a hero in the softball community in her fight against cancer, and really just everything she means to our softball community.
Yeah, a true warrior. We start the fourth inning with Francic in the circle. She now pitches with a 5-run lead. This one's off of Carly Raven's bat and foul down the line. 4, 5, and 6 due up for Cal. And it was Shelby McKenzie who went yard in that bottom of the third to give the home team the 5-0 edge. Florida State, they swept Syracuse last week, and they're trying to start ACC play 4-0. It's a 3-game set this weekend at Tallahassee against these Bears. So Francic has fallen behind Raven in that third inning. She had 1, 2, 3. That's a little low, and Raven has worked her second walk against the sophomore today.
Well, this was a lot of fun a couple years ago, Kevin.
Now batting number 12, Anya German.
Coach Alameda, and I had the pleasure of being inducted into the NFCA Hall of Fame with Coach Lonnie Alameda. She is so deserving, the highest individual honor awarded to a coach in our profession, and just to have a front row seat to watch her, someone who I've admired for a very long time as a competitor and a colleague. Just so happy for her, and she's so deserving, and a very special night for both of us.
And considering your relationship with Lonnie, I mean, tell us about how special was that night for both of you?
Oh, it's so special. I mean, it's announced the year prior at our NFCA convention, so you have a whole year to think about it and kind of get ready for the big event. And so we would text quite often and talk a lot about what that was going to mean to both of us, and we just had a lot of fun. The night was special because of being inducted with her, and just so happy for her. She's so deserving, one of the best, and a true Hall of Famer in every sense of the word.
Really special evening, and we will talk to Coach Alameda in the bottom half of the fourth inning, so stick around. And she just has this great reputation collectively from her peers and around the sport. That pitch is waved at and missed. Anya German hits here with nobody out and a runner on. She continues to raise the bar for this program that she has now been the head coach for nearly 20 years. Check swing, German did not go. You know, one of the savviest, tactful coaches out there. You know, she likes to joke. She was joking with us the other day. You know how I like to pay attention to the numbers and the analytics, but it's not always what and how much you consume, but it's how you utilize that info. Hey, deploy your pitchers or position players with all that knowledge and information. That's waved at and missed. You got 4 strikeouts now for Francic, and that's what sets her apart. Nice pitch here.
Yeah, it's a curveball, just breaking off tight, a late break, and you can see German reach for the ball because it's spinning away from her, and that's been the difference for Francic. She's fallen behind here a little bit in the 4th inning. The leadoff walk fell behind German, but being able to make a pitch on a full count really sets pitchers apart. What do you do after you give up a home run? What do you do after you give up a walk, a hit by pitch? If you can track those numbers for a pitcher, hey, if you can get the next batter out, you're going to have success in the long term. Francic comes back with a strikeout after the leadoff walk.
That time Todd reaches for that one, lifts it to right. Goodbye, Kendall Todd. Blast that over the right field wall. It's a 2-run shot. It's now 6 homers on the season for the redshirt sophomore, a team best.
Well, this is a pitch elevated in the zone, and Todd went up to get it, was on time. She knew it the minute it left her bat. She's standing over the plate, very much crowding the plate. So even though that pitch is on the outer half as a rise ball, she's able to take it right back up the middle, and Cal is right back in this ball game.
Really nice swing. It's a 2-run shot. 5-2 the score. Sophia Everett hits next with the bases empty and 1 gone. Steve Singleton spoke to us just a half inning ago and has talked about the strides that this group is making just day by day and game by game. There's the 2nd out in the 4th. And sometimes it's the responses after falling behind by 5 runs. They capitalize, execute.
Well,
take advantage of an opportunity.
When you look at this team and their offensive strengths, it is their ability to use their speed. They've stolen a lot of bases this year, have not tonight. They haven't had as many base runners, but it's the long ball. I mean, this is a team in the top 60 in the country in terms of home runs. I mean, they're not afraid to swing and swing aggressively. And when you have the ability to hit the long ball up and down the lineup, you're never out of a game, just like we've seen from this swing here in the inning from Kendall Todd.
Kaylee counts, waits on the 0-1 pitch in a moment. And dribbles that one foul. You know, last week in Saratoga, California, they won that middle game of the series against UNC. In the opener, they pushed the Tar Heels to extra innings before ultimately falling. So they were very competitive for the large part in that series.
Yeah, and that goes back to consistent improvement with this Cal team. If you look at some of their early scores this season, they were not competitive, Kevin. They were, you know, there were some very lopsided scores early, and part of that is you have a whole new team, they're gelling, they're getting to know each other, the coaching staff's getting used to the players and vice versa, and they've really settled in here in the middle of the season. And that's a credit to the players for buying into the system, to the coaching staff for developing their players. And you're right, you look at the last couple of weeks, a lot of competitive games, a few wins here and there, but early in the season, that was not the case.
Francic trying to retire the side. A 1-2 is tapped right back to her. So Cal gets on the board with Kendall Todd's 2-run blast. It's 5-2, and Isa Torres is going for Division I history on the other side. She bats second.
Nice night out.
Back in Tallahassee, home fourth. Florida State leads 5-2. And Lonnie Alameda, the 18-year head coach, is here with us. Coach, thanks so much for putting on the headset, taking a moment to do this. This is the only thing I'll say about Isa Torres. She's hitting here second in this inning. And the only thing I'll say, how would you describe just how this season has unfolded for her and the work that she has put in to really do what she's doing? Well, what's it look like on your end?
Joy. I mean, it's simply said, she's just an awesome human being, and she just loves playing for humans, and this game is like the secondary thing for her, so it's just a lot of joy. Yeah.
Coach, I'm so impressed with your freshmen and sophomores and their production in your lineup this season.
Yeah.
Shelby McKenzie, another home run tonight.
Yeah.
You know, did you do anything special this season to really integrate them into your offense so quickly?
I mean, Shelby had a lot of opportunities, so, you know, she's in a lot of big moments last year. So, again, just as you grow as a player, you know, you take that and, you know, how do I put experience to the test now and then grow my game at the same time? And I think for our freshmen right now, they're a very mature group on that side, but I just say that our upperclassmen have done a good job of getting them comfortable to be them and contribute to the game. And so it's just super cool to see every game we go and we learn together. So we're just continuing to grow through this, and it's been a lot of fun to watch.
It's been a winning formula.
Yep.
Coach, thanks for doing
you.
this. We appreciate the time.
Thank you. Hi to my family at home. Love you guys. Thanks. Bye.
Got to say hello to the fam, of course, while you have the moment. And you see, nothing else we were bringing up about Isa Torres. Not going to mention it to the boss here. We won't make her talk about it, Carol. We will.
That's right. I wanted to say, you know, what do you think about your leadoff hitter? You know, you're going to pinch hit for her next time?
Take the bat out of her hands.
No way.
This incredible opportunity. So first off, Haley Griggs leads off. It's 9-1-2 due up for Florida State. And just to outline it one more time, Isa Torres has hit safely in 13 straight at-bats. That ties a Division I record. And so Torres, who's due up next, against the new Cal pitcher, Tamaya Waiters, will have a chance to stand alone, set a new Division I mark for that just eye-popping distinction. Waiters, by the way, the junior from Texas, one of the many first-year arms that will be utilized in the circle this year for Steve Singleton. This is outside, and you saw there Anna Hines, the catcher, came out just to settle her down for a moment. Waiters is a junior, pitched at Houston last year. She replaces Kiki Mashhood.
Oh, I like this change from Cal. You know, Florida State is starting to really time up Mashhood. They've seen her now 2 times through the lineup. It's just your team gets right back in it with a 2-run home run. Just a change of pace. It's not the result she wants here with the leadoff walk. And this is where it's decision time for Steve Singleton. I mean, do you walk Isa Torres? She's just been on such a tear. But then again, you have nobody out in a runner in scoring position. So I feel like he will indeed go ahead and pitch to Torres.
Just an outrageous stretch. It is just so difficult to do what Torres is doing. You see the others that are tied essentially for first with that moniker. 13 straight hits in 13 at-bats. Torres, 2 for 2 today. Singled in the first, doubled in a run in the second. She's hitting better than .650 on the season. An outrageous number, and it's not as if that she's hit it out of the lineup. It's more than 70 at-bats to this point in the season for Torres. She is quite simply the best hitter in Division I at .648 average coming into this one.
And when you,
tops in the nation.
And when you continue to look at the numbers, not only the 13 consecutive hits, she gets another hit here, she's alone. She's by herself in Division I history in terms of consecutive hits, but her ability to reach base, she's reached base 20 straight times with a few walks in there. 26 for her last 29 at-bats.
It's amazing. After the quick meeting, 2-0 pitch hits the outside corner. And so for a pitcher like Waiters, who is appearing in her 15th game with Cal, this is one you take it personal. Can you try to retire her? This one is lifted deep to center. It is off the top of the wall. Another hit. Torres heads to third. Griggs is going to score here. And Torres does it in style. A 14th consecutive hit. Her last 14 at-bats. That is a standalone Division I record.
I mean, she is just on a roll. Gets good elevation from her barrel, drives off the backside. It's off the wall, a triple. They've just made the announcement here in stadium, Kevin. She stands alone, the Division I leader in consecutive hits with 14.
How could you not do anything but smile after hearing that? That is a neat moment.
Now batting number 42, Jason
A meaningful salute from this crowd to Torres. Of course, we all know the support this program has here in Tallahassee. So this is Jason E. Beecham trying to bring home Torres. Again, she's doing it in style here. The last 2 hits, she's knocked in runs. So now 3 for 3 tonight with a couple of RBIs. And Florida State leads 6-2.
Well, Kevin, by my calculation, she's a home run away from the cycle as well. She had a single
by
in her
the way.
first at bat. She had a double. Now she got a triple. You know, all she needs is a home run, and she's come close on her double and her triple. So I don't think that's far-fetched. And the way she is seeing the ball, her confidence in the box, so impressed with her discipline, and then to have a hitter like Beecham right behind her, who's also having a very productive season. I mean, they have been just an outstanding 1-2 punch for Florida State all season long.
The two all-conference veterans at the top of this order. By the way, you're not kidding there with Torres. She's hit the center field wall on her last 2 hits. That's in the dirt, so the count goes full. Rolled over to the left side. The shortstop Robinson just gets the sure out. That's another run that comes home. It's 7-2.
Now batting number 44, Bella Ruggiero.
What a night for Isa Torres. Bella Ruggiero hits with nobody on. You know, I would still make the claim here that going 27 for your last 30 at the plate. I don't know, is that maybe a little more impressive perhaps?
I think every number is impressive right now for Isa Torres. I mean, just the numbers you mentioned, to reach base consecutively 21 times, 14 consecutive hits. But those are just, you know, video game numbers, things that you can kind of make up. You know, have your player hit almost for the cycle, have them, you know, the 14 consecutive hits. It's so impressive. And look, not only do you have to be disciplined at the plate, but just the way she's been attacking it. These aren't give me hits.
Yep. Ruggiero's going to beat this out. That's her first hit of the day. Just reached at it, tapped it, and it ultimately works.
Yeah, we call those swinging bunts, Kevin. And when you're on offense, you love them. You know, you're like, way to make something happen. And when you're on defense, you're like, you know, we got her to miss-hit something. But that makes up for those times where you hit the ball hard, right at someone, it gets caught.
Yep.
You just keep swinging, good things will happen.
So Florida State continues to put the ball into play. So they're a little more than twice through the order. Nobody has struck out. Everybody has either put the ball into play, and there's been two walks. That's it.
And that's no surprise. Florida State coming in this game, it's another offensive weapon they have. They're almost at a 2-to-1 ratio in terms of the amount of walks they have to strikeouts, and that is always the sign of a good offensive team. That means they're disciplined around the zone. They understand the zone, forcing pitchers to throw the ball over the plate, and then making them pay when they do. So at this time of year, when you get to the middle of the season, to the second half of the season, you start to see teams with more walks than strikeouts. They're probably winning a lot of games and scoring a lot of runs.
There's a walk, and now 2 aboard. Ashton Danley bats next. First inning of work for Tamaya Waiters. So she has walked a couple, has given up a couple of hits, and I think, yeah, Singleton might actually be making a move. And so he will go to his bullpen, and Lena Gerhard will be in the circle next. Some history tonight in Tallahassee. Isa Torres, this All-American junior, with her 3rd hit today. It's her 14th consecutive hit in her last 14 at-bats. It's a new Division I record for consecutive hits. A wow moment in Tallahassee.
The ESPN app has all of ESPN all in one place. Visit activate.espn.com to see if you have ESPN Unlimited as part of your TV package for no additional cost. It's all of ESPN all in one place. Sign up or activate now.
Now batting number 11.
Florida State threatening again in the home fourth. A couple of runners on, just one out, and 2 runs already in. And so Steve Singleton goes to Lena Gerhard. That is the sophomore from Delaware, to face Ashton Danley. 1 gone in the fourth. And this is the 3rd pitcher used by Singleton. She replaces Waiters, who's left a couple of runners on here. Gerhard has logged 30 2/3 innings this year in the circle, so 4th most on the team, one of those 4 primary pitchers that have been used. So she has fallen behind Danley in this at-bat. The Seminoles have scored 2 in this 4th inning, so they answer what Cal did in the top half. A 7-2 edge in this series opener. Danley waves and misses at that pitch on the outside edge.
And what Cal's looking for here is just a change of pace, change of rhythm. Too many free passes right now in the circle for Cal. And from Gerhard, you're going to see her really work 2 speeds. Her curveball is her best pitch by far. She can throw it 65 miles an hour and then take some spin off it, some speed off it, excuse me, and throw it about 55. And that is a very tough combination for a hitter to time up. She's going to throw in the mid-60s.
She's gotten Danley to foul a couple of pitches off here. An important at-bat for Gerhard and Cal. With 2 on, here comes that 2-2, and it's another one spoiled back to the net.
Look, Gerhard has the ability to really take over a game. Threw a no-hitter earlier this season. And that's what they're looking for from her right now. Really stop the momentum. It's all Florida State right now.
2-2 again. That off speed's a little high and away. Danley 0 for 2 today. This is the very versatile 2-time all-conference selection, the junior from Tennessee. Florida State putting the pressure on here in the 4th. Here it comes. Up in the air. That one's lifted to center. Got some carry to it. Back at the wall, and it's gone! Ashton Danley breaks this one open with a 3-run blast.
Well, new pitcher, no problem for Ashton Danley. That's just being prepared for the moment. This pitch is up in the zone, probably out of the strike zone, but Danley goes up to get it, keeps her hands strong, her barrel strong. Remember, this was a young lady the first 2 years in this program, mainly was a pitcher, did hit from time to time. This year, she is a complete 2-way player in the lineup every day, taking her curtain call for the 3-run home run.
Her 3rd of the season. Danley has just erupted at the plate this year. Everyday starter. And now you've got Anna Hind, the catcher, in the box. Takes that one for a strike. Now you nailed it. Her usage was primarily in the circle, 100+ innings the last 2 years. And this season now, 31 hits. She's almost eclipsed her career total of hits. Just halfway through this season. Hind with a base hit, her first. And so seemingly everybody now in the order is collecting a hit. So Hind reaching base in a bit more style, I suppose, than a week ago. This was in the Syracuse series. That's a hit by pitch. A very painful one, by the way.
One of the craziest plays you are going to see this season. Caught everyone off guard. Credit to Hind for just staying in the box. And just a pitch that got away. Happened to roll right into the box. And I don't think there was any bruise on that one, Kevin.
Yeah. Not using the Theragun. Oh, this one is drilled. Shelby McKenzie doing it again. A 2-homer day for McKenzie. This one a no-doubter.
This is an absolute rocket off the bat. This is a rise ball that missed right middle over the plate, and Shelby McKenzie did not miss. One of the longest hit home runs you're going to see in this park. Talk about meeting the moment. It is all Florida State right now, all the momentum, swinging with confidence up and down the lineup. Shelby McKenzie leading the charge.
And you see that score now, so the complexion of this game is totally changed. You got a 10-run lead in the bottom half of the 4th inning. And Cal is going to go back to the bullpen and call upon Taylor Peacock to just try to put an end to the momentum. Florida State has sent 8 hitters to the plate. Still only that 1 out. By the way, the lone out, that's J.C. Beecham grounding out to the shortstop, Gator Robinson. Even that brought in a run. So this has just been a huge knockdown of a punch right here in the 4th inning for the Seminoles. Florida State leads by 10. Remember, coming up next here on the ACC Network, Jason DeCaro, a Golden Spikes Award preseason watch list member, one of the better pitchers in the ACC. He and his Tar Heels take on Louisville tonight in Chapel Hill, the first game of that series. First pitch of that one coming up at 8 Eastern. Softball, baseball, conference play in full swing. Peacock in the circle now for these Bears, trying to somehow put an end to this 4th inning. Culver City native is facing Marin Heller, who rips that one foul down the line. 9th hitter to the plate for Florida State in the 4th.
And Taylor Peacock is #1 in the ACC in terms of appearances. Top 20 in the country. They've had to rely on her heavily this season. I'm sure Cal did not want to have Peacock throw in this first game of the series, but at this point in time, they had to turn to her because they're just having a hard time creating some outs for Florida State.
Trying to get outs here. This should be the second one. Long throw across the diamond, and Robinson retires Heller. So Haley Griggs, who led this inning off with a walk, hits for the second time. And again, you look at the score based on what Florida State has done here in this 4th inning. They started this frame up 5-2. They have scored 7 runs. And that run rule provision is in effect right now. If a team leads by 8 or more after at least 4.5 innings, and the game is over. So if you're Cal, you've got to find a way to get this out. And they would need 3 runs in the top half of the 5th inning to keep this game going. It's amazing just how things can turn like that, especially against this very dangerous offense.
God, just past the bat time for Florida State, and Cal has thrown. This is the 4th different pitcher in this game, and right now that has not mattered. And you get a look at who is on deck.
Look at the batting average, climbs up to 662 today. It's the numbers are laughable almost, but her game and her skill is anything but. So will she get one more at bat? Griggs pops this one up, shallow center. That's counts, nice play to retire the side. Florida State goes yard twice in the inning. First it was Danley, then it was McKenzie.
Florida State, it's been a home run parade. It's been a run parade here for the Seminoles as they are dominating the game. 3 outs. from victory.
The brand new Cal softball field is coming along. This picture was sent to us by Cal's PR man, Gabe Garza, sends it over. So that is the current progress of this brand new state-of-the-art, beautiful stadium that is scheduled to open this fall. They broke ground on it a little while back. California obviously has to play all of its home series away from Berkeley this year, but it is for the greater good. And that's going to be a terrific stadium. New, modern, that will replace Levine Frick Field.
It's so awesome to see that. We saw Stanford's new field open this year out on the West Coast.
As a line out, yep, to get this 5th inning started.
And when you see these stadiums being built all over the country, you know, they have in mind first-class facilities, and Cal is a program that has deserved that type of facility for a long time. And I know Coach Steve Singleton and this entire program, the alums, and the current players are going to be so proud to open that facility next season.
Here's a bunt and an out. Wow, Beecham all over it. 2 quick outs. You know, we've got to mention this. These outs have unfolded so quickly. Florida State is now 1 out away from a win with the run rule provision in effect.
Yeah, anytime you've got a short game specialist up, the ground is your friend. Bat was angled up, not angled down. Jason E. Beecham all over that fly ball.
So Francic gave up just the two-run homer in the 4th inning. Outside of that, she's been really special. Has struck out 4 and is looking for the modified complete game victory today. Francic faces Robinson. She's only allowed just the 2 hits, that's all. 2 hits allowed. She's walked a pair, did hit a batter. And just the 2 earned allowed. Going for the victory in the 5th. Liner over to Beecham, and the ball game is over. So Florida State piles on 7 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning to go up 10, and they win in run rule fashion. A 12-2, just a clean, tidy victory here against Cal to open up this series in Tallahassee.
Just a dominant performance by Florida State. It shows you how balanced they are. They did it on offense, solid defense. Francic was tough in the circle. What a win for Florida State as they get game 1 of this series against Cal.
Issa Torres, she continues to be the story in Tallahassee. This All-American from Texas continues to thrive. Carroll, she goes 3 for 3 today, and in the process has set a Division I record for the most consecutive hits. 14 hits over her last 14 at-bats. It started in the first. A little bouncer over to the left side here. It was ultimately ruled a hit. And that just opened things up because in the next inning, she doubled in this one of Florida State's run in that frame, bashing this one off the wall.
A double, and then she wasn't done yet in her third at-bat. Why not? This time it's hit to the wall again, almost a home run. Instead, it bounces off the wall. She shows you her speed all the way to third base with a triple. Lots of love for the home crowd here at Florida State as they give her a standing ovation, stop the game to announce that she now is #1 in Division I history in terms of consecutive hits in a row with 14.
And that's over the last handful of games. She's 27 of her last 30. She's hitting 900 her last 9 games. You said it, I thought you put it brilliantly. It's sometimes a player will do this for a week, maybe 3 games, 4 games. But to do this for several weeks now against ACC competition to boot is just, it's mind-boggling. We're going to talk to her in a few moments, by the way. I think she's getting the props from her teammates. But she is the story in Tallahassee and really just in the game of softball right now, remains one of the stories. Well, we're done talking about her. She's joining us here. Issa Torres, the All-American Junior, is here with us. Issa, I think you should have us. We appreciate you putting on the headset to do this. You know where we're starting with this one. You're standing, let's go back to the 4th inning. You're standing there at third base. Yeah. The PA person over the loudspeaker announces the new record that you just set, and the crowd roars. What was going through your mind in that? We saw the smile. What was going through your mind when you realized that the crowd gets on you?
Yeah, well, my coaching staff actually had was hiding it from me this entire time. I had no idea. But yeah, I think I just liked it better that way. But yeah, no, just super grateful to be in this position. Me and Tia were talking about it. There's a lot of softball players before me who left a legacy. I'm just super grateful to be in this position with this opportunity. And honestly, I can't thank God enough for putting me here at this university with these people around me. So the reason that I am today is who I am is because of these people, my family, everyone who's invested in me. So this is for everyone out there.
Well, Issa, congratulations on the record.
Thank you.
It's outstanding. Now that you've got the record, I do feel like we can talk about it a little bit. It's kind of like a no-hitter. You don't talk about it early, but now we can. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You have said multiple times you love to hit. You like defensive a lot. You like defense. You're very good at defense, but you love to hit. Where did that love of hitting come from?
You know what? I don't really know. I mean, just being in the game of softball so much and having so many good hitters before me. Amanda Lorenz, Bubba Nichols. I mean, everyone before me. Rachel Garcia, Jessie Warren, Sydney Sherrill. I mean, I think just looking at them, truly an inspiration to young girls like me who are now in the position that I'm in. So honestly, continuing to go with that, and they're my inspiration and people that I look up to, and I just wanted to be them one day, and here I am now in these steps. So just super grateful to be here, and I mean, this is such a big moment for me, but also for my team and for my family as well. I'm just super proud of us and super proud of my team. Yeah,
and we certainly understand the unselfishness that you're referencing right here, but it's still incredible when you look back at what you've done here. I think it requires such a level of discipline and dedication. You're 27 out of your last 30 at the plate. How would you describe just the commitment, the discipline, the dedication to perform at? That is an unheard of rate.
Yeah, thank you. No, I mean, just being here every single day. I mean, from a young age, I've worked super hard. My parents have made a lot of sacrifices for me to be in this position. I've worked super hard. I work, when no one's looking, in a sense. All of my teammates work really hard with me, and, we've just gone through it together, and I can't just thank them enough. I know if I don't get the job done that they're going to pick me up behind it, but I also know this is very special for me, and I'm just honestly just wanting myself to keep going for my team, for myself, for my family. But yeah, it takes a lot of preparation and dedication, but I think that's everything that we have here, and I just can't thank my coaching staff enough to be able to put me in this position and go forth, and hopefully there's more good to come, but I just can't thank them enough for being able to put me in this position for real.
Well, your team gets the victory today, so you guys start this series off with a win. Issa Torres goes 3 for 3 today. Her Seminoles win. Thanks for doing this. We appreciate you talking with us.
Thank you. Go Noles.
One of the stars in the sport for years has somehow found a way to raise the bar to another level. 14 consecutive hits for Torres. That is a new Division I record. She continues to shine. And the Seminoles are victorious today. 12-2 win in the opener over Cal. They're back tomorrow for Game 2. That does it for us in Tallahassee this evening. Remember, Louisville and UNC on the baseball side is coming up at 8. For Carol Bruggeman and the crew, I'm Kevin Fitzgerald. Good night for now from Tallahassee.